It's over a month since Fae Farm released, and it's fair to say it's divided opinion among the cozy gaming community. For me personally, it's been hands down one of my favourite games of 2023 so far, but there are definitely some features that would make the game even better. Before we begin, just a couple of quick disclaimers. Firstly, I'm not a game dev, so I don't know how easy it would be to implement these features, or if they will ever come to the game. These are just ideas that I think would improve the game. Secondly, just a few days ago the devs released a huge update fixing loads of bugs and issues. I'll link the patch notes below so you can see just how much work the devs are already putting into improving the game. So let's get into the features we'd love to see. Probably the most requested feature has been longer days, or preferably adjustable day length. This is a feature in both Coral Island and Wildflowers, and it really makes those games more accessible to so many players. For me personally, I'm used to the even shorter day length of Stardew Valley, and so the Fae Farm day length is perfect for me. However, many people have said that they really struggle with the length of the days being too short, and that it makes what's supposed to be a cozy game actually quite stressful. If we don't get longer days in Fae Farm, one thing I think would help with day length is if the game paused during build mode. Prior to the big update, there were several situations where the game would not pause, for example when using the storage shed or mailbox. Thankfully that's now been fixed, which is a huge improvement, but most of us cozy gamers love to spend hours building and decorating. It would be fantastic if the game paused while in build mode, so we don't have to worry about being sent to bed. It would also be amazing if we could sell items in stacks. Right now we have 8 slots on each produce stand and 8 slots on each table in the marketplace, but each slot can only hold one item. If we could even just sell items in stacks of 5 or 10, it would be faster, we could sell more, and we could make money just that little bit quicker. Another useful feature would be an inventory sort button. Yes, we can move things around manually, but it takes so much time and you have to keep doing it over and over as things will get mixed up so quickly. A simple button that sorts our inventory according to category would help us to know where things are without having to keep stopping to rearrange everything. This would also save precious minutes and make those shorter days slightly less stressful. In Stardew Valley you can buy an auto grabber which automatically collects all your animals' produce every morning. That means that instead of individually collecting eggs, milking and shearing animals, you can collect it all in one click from the auto grabber. Wouldn't it be fantastic to have something similar in Fae Farm? One thing a lot of people struggle with in Fae Farm is combat. In fact, I already made a video giving you my best Fae Farm combat tips and I'll link that below. But there's one thing that could be added to the game which I think would make combat so much easier. A hotbar for potions and food would be a lifesaver, because if you stop to go into your inventory to select a specific food or potion, the enemies can still attack you. The system we have at the moment, at least on PC, allows us to press 1 to quickly eat food or drink a potion. However, the game will automatically give you the food or potion it thinks you need. A great idea in theory, but there are so many times I've been low on health, needed to take a fair breath potion, for example, and accidentally taken a healing potion instead. Or maybe I want to eat a food that gives me a lot of energy, but the game fed me something much smaller instead. A hotbar would solve this problem, as you'd be able to choose which items you have in your hotbar, and it would be much quicker to choose from those than to stop, open your inventory and search for what you need. The last few suggestions are not about time saving, but more about just making the game even more enjoyable. Firstly, please let us move flowers between farms. Flower breeding is an awesome feature and it's been really popular with players, but at the moment we can't transfer flowers from one farm to another. That means if you spend several in-game months breeding rare flowers on your original farm, you can't then use those flowers to decorate in your Fae Realm farm. So you'd have to start breeding flowers again from scratch in the Fae Realm. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not a game dev, so maybe there's a reason for this that I'm not aware of. If there is, please let me know, because it honestly doesn't make sense to me that we can't just put our flowers in storage and use them on another farm. Another thing I don't really understand is why we can't move our barn and coop. We have to decorate within the gridded area, which doesn't include where the barn and coop are. But why not? Again, if there's a reason, please let me know, but I think a lot of players would appreciate being able to move the barn and coop around. I also think it would be really useful to be able to put them next to each other. I know they're not painfully far away from each other, but I don't know, I'd just like to put them right next to each other, if only just to take a screenshot with all my different animals in it. Leading on from that, I really wish we could have more animals. That could be through being able to have multiple barns and coops, or just being able to have more animals in the ones we have. One very specific reason I would like this is because at the moment you can breed all these different colours of each animal, but you can't keep one of every colour because you just don't have space for them. I'm a collector, and to be honest, it puts me off breeding the animals at all, because what I want to have is a rainbow of every species running around my farms. My final suggestion is fast travel from the map. Right now you can unlock the waypoints and fast travel between them, but what would be even more convenient is if we could open the map and travel to a waypoint from wherever we are. This is a feature in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and while it may not seem too significant, in the long run it saves quite a lot of time not having to go to a waypoint in order to fast travel. That's all I have for you today. Let me know if you agree with my list, and if there are any other features you'd love to see in the game in the future. If you haven't seen my other Fae Farm videos, I'll link them below so you can check them out. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, as that helps me grow my channel and my community. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon with more cozy games.